Sometimes persons ask me, why do I criticize Sony, their fanboys, and the ponies so much? Is because they basically give me the content. They are one of the most toxic fan base I have ever seen. And I have made it my earnest effort that they have to be stopped. I could remember when I just had my channel, a PlayStation fan offered me $500 to take down my channel. Toxic. I recall not too long ago, some ponies flagged my channel. Toxic. So yes, Sony has encouraged a toxic fan base, and although there is toxic fan base in every console, whether it be Xbox or Nintendo, Sony has therefore taken the cake mixer, the pan, the tablecloth, everything Sony has taken. And here is some proof of that, because even big YouTubers is feeling the sickness of the PlayStation nation. Look at RGT85 as he explains his experience with dealing with some of these sick ponies.
Because Mike Diver does web things at PlayStation. He also makes books. He likes Saints FC. He's a robot liker, and he has his pronouns in there. Fine, cool with me. Web things at PlayStation. That kind of got me thinking. Well, does this person like make PlayStation content, or is this person employed by PlayStation?
You see, RGT, it doesn't make a difference whether they make content for PlayStation or they work at PlayStation. If they associate themselves with a pony, with a horse, or with a donkey, you would feel the sickness of the PlayStation nation.
They're employed by PlayStation. They're actually a public relations person for PlayStation. Let me bring this back up here. I know a lot of folk in retro game circles follow this guy, but maybe you want to not follow him actually. Posting this sort of thing says everything about the kind of audience he wants, and you're better than that. Mike, you're not better than me in any metric. I don't know you, but to do something like this while working at PlayStation, trying to encourage people that they're bad people for following me, and that they should unfollow me, trying to deplatform me because you're friends with Alyssa.
So guys, do you need any more proof? Do you need any more proof that there is a sickness in the PlayStation nation from the head to the tail? Yes, every aspect of the PlayStation community is toxic, and they need to be treated. They need to be treated for the sickness that they have. And guess what? I'm a doctor. Call me Dr. J from now on. I have the medicine for these sick ponies. So although this guy tried to deplatform RGT, matter of fact, RGT gained subscribers on Twitter, a lot of them. So yes, this is the sickness of the PlayStation community. But we're not here to talk about none of that, guys. Today we are going to talk about how the little console, the Xbox Series S, is doing some amazing things. Even I myself didn't believe it. We are also going to talk about how the PlayStation community said that Starfield at 83 at Metacritic was terrible. But now they are saying something that is scored lower is good. It's great, in a matter of fact. So you know what? Let's talk about that and more. So let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. So before we start the video, this video is brought to you by the Let's Get It podcast. This is a podcast that I would be hosting soon. We are looking like we would be on track to, have this podcast early in April. However, if it is you want to support me, you can do so by sending a super thanks in the comment section of this video. Don't send anything via PayPal, because I'm getting a little issues there on PayPal. So send, if you want, you can send a super thanks. Now, if it is you don't have anything to send, no problem. All you have to do is like, subscribe, engage in the content. That is enough for me. So for those of you who were generous in the past, we want to say thanks again for everything that you have done so far for the channel. No doubt it is appreciated. So let's get back to the video. So first up, let's talk about the so-called dev kit that was sent to South Korea earlier this week. You know, persons were speculating, and you know, there were rumors saying that this dev kit is for the Microsoft handheld. But take a look at this console, guys. That this does not look like a handheld dev kit. This looks like a heavy, very powerful console. Now, I don't know. It could be that the handheld is encased in that box. But what do you guys think this is? Microsoft new Xbox development kit spotted monster console at South Korea regulatory office. Do you guys think this is next Xbox next console, the next box? What is this, guys? Let me know what is your biggest theory on this console here in the comment sections below. There are some Sony fans who are boasting they are happy that Hi-Fi Rush is booting up 9 seconds faster on the PlayStation 5. Yes, they are happy that it is booting up faster. I believe that this game should have been booting up, let's say, a minute faster, because really and truly, what would separate the Xbox version from the PlayStation version? The Xbox version, Xbox fans didn't have to pay for it. We got it free from Game Pass. But at least give them that, guys. Give the PlayStation community that. Give them these 9 seconds. They are paying a premium for it after all. They are paying for our development, our R&D, and so forth. Let these guys get this 8 or 9 seconds faster. I mean, come on, guys. When Sony pay, you guys forget we all win. Come on. You got to be kidding me. 9 seconds. Let me hear what's your thoughts about this in the comment sections below. Next up, let's discuss the rise of the Ronin. You see, right now, the rise of the Ronin is asking the PlayStation community this.
You love me? I'm not gonna prove it today.
Let me just say, the reason why the ponies are looking at the rise of Ronin is because of the Metacritic score. And let me just go on record and say that by no means is 70 a bad Metacritic score. But because the ponies and them would have put themselves in a hole and say for months that Starfield getting an 83 on Metacritic was bad. Yes, they had a campaign all over Twitter saying that Starfield at 83 was terrible. It was bad. You all remember when the grand poobah himself of the PlayStation community, J-Dub, said that Microsoft was paying sites to give them good scores and they still got 83, and that was a bad score? Look at here. This is what J-Dub said. Now, J-Dub, what are you going to say about this? Here we have Pro PlayStation website giving this game a 9.5. It's almost a perfect score. We have PlayStation Brazil giving it an 8.5. The only person I'm seeing here with credible thing is Push Square giving it a 6. Wow, what are you to say about that, J-Dub? And then we have other PlayStation dudes saying 83 now. It just keeps getting worse and worse for a game of the generation. So he's saying 83 is bad. Then we have this guy saying a Microsoft 83 is a real world 78. Too many pro Xbox sucker congs are boosting the score. They ain't fooling nobody. So yes, the PlayStation community basically showed very clear that an 83 was a terrible score. That is not enough. So what are you guys going to do with your beautiful 76? I know something, guys. Sometimes you ponies need to be honest. This is what you guys are going to cap for? Look at this. Look at what it is you guys are going to cap for. Look at this, guys. Look at this. What's going on with those shadows there? Are those shadows dancing or something? What's going on here? This is better than Starfield. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment sections below. Now let's talk about the game that is burning up the streets right now, which is Dragon Dogma 2. You see, Dragon Dogma 2 would have released for all platforms, right? Including the smallest platform of them all, the Xbox Series S. And one would think that Xbox Series S frame rates would be the worst of the bunch. And although there were some independent reviewers who checks for frame rates and so forth, showing that the Xbox version, both the X and the S, is running the worst, none of their tests was conclusive. None of their tests were concluded that here, but definitively the PlayStation 5 is running this game better than the Xbox Series X and S. However, I've even seen someone who would have reviewed the frame rates, and they are saying that the Xbox Series S, we're not talking about the X here, the S is outperforming the PlayStation 5, sometimes with Dragon Dogma when it comes to frame rates. Look at the evidence here. So let me freeze it here. Right off the bat, we see the Xbox Series X is outperforming both the Series S and the PlayStation 5, as it should, but under no circumstances should the Series S beat the PlayStation 5, right? You guys agree with that? Right, let's look on. So let me take off this song as we watch this video. Look at this here. So we're seeing the PlayStation 5 is beating the Xbox Series S, as it should, but look at this. Look at what's happening here now. Look at what's going on here. Look at it. Look at it, guys. Look at it. What's going on? We are seeing the Xbox Series S has just outperformed the PlayStation 5. This is crazy. This is nuts. This is unheard of. Is this the Twilight Zone? Is this the Matrix? How could the Xbox Series S, the so-called potato, the so-called worst system, beat and outperform the PlayStation 5? Look at this. Look at the frame rates here, guys. We are seeing a pummeling, we are seeing a beating. But under no circumstances should any one of these consoles beat the PlayStation 5, because the PlayStation 5 SSD is far more superior than the Xbox and the Series S, according to the ponies. But why is the Xbox Series S in certain circumstances outperforming the PlayStation 5? This is madness, utter madness. Now I took some still images here just to drive the point home. As we are seeing here, there the Xbox Series S is even outperforming the Xbox Series X here for a moment. But why is it doing it with the PlayStation 5? The PlayStation 5 have the super SSD, the SSD that came from the heavens itself. This SSD was supposed to be the chosen one. Why is the Xbox Series S beating and outperforming this SSD? Mark Cerny, where are you? Do you have an explanation for this, Mark Cerny? You trickster, you sneak, you. And let this be a lesson to the PlayStation community. While you are out here calling the Series S a potato, you need to be very careful. Because if the Series S is a potato and is outperforming the PlayStation 5 under certain circumstances, what is the PlayStation 5? A sweet potato? Let me know what you think about everything that was said today, whether it be the new Xbox, is it a handheld, or is it that Rise of Ronin is really the best game that came out so far for the year? Or is it, there's a logical explanation as to why the Series S is outperforming the PlayStation 5. Let me know in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Later.